And when you realize that when people understand you at the very beginning, you're probably not doing something that is as authentic as it could be. So I think the more misunderstood you are, the closer you are to yourself. That's what I think. Hello everybody, I am Nick Johnson from Purple Air, and welcome back to another episode of Grassroots. I don't know if I'll be able to do that yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But today's topic on the very second episode, really like the first official episode because it's going to be a little bit longer, but the second episode of Grassroots is going to be talking about the beauty of being misunderstood, right? And this is an idea that has been very prevalent in my life, and it's something that I've had to learn to understand, like the beauty of just embracing who I am in my own personal authenticity. And as creative people, I think it's something that we all sort of deal with, not wanting to face the fear of ridicule or being misunderstood by our peers or putting ourselves out there into the world or into these digital spaces that can allow us to be seen and inevitably judged by people, and I think that a lot of times, especially for me, like at the beginning of my journey, or not even so much at the beginning, but as I slowly started to have an idea of my potential, I didn't want that potential to be too outside of the standard that I thought it should live up to based on the standard that was being set by the world. But in doing this, I understood, or I came to understand, that I was robbing myself of truly experiencing my own authenticity. And I really had to come to learn that by embracing the beauty of being misunderstood by the people around me, I get closer to myself, and I see these things because it's a constant struggle. We deal with these things daily, weekly, as we continue to set out on new creative pursuits and endeavors. We put ourselves in spaces, and oftentimes we box ourselves in. But I think the biggest takeaway from just really understanding the beauty of being misunderstood is that the closer you are to yourself, that's the closer you are to being authentic, but truly expressing something that is meant to be expressed through you. I look at us all as vessels of creativity, and the ideas that come to us are meant to be expressed by us. But too often we try to box ourselves in based on what we think other people are like, or what we think is acceptable based on the standard that society or our peer group or our friend group has set. But the ideas that we have, bro, when they come to us, they are unique to us because we are the people that can make them come true, regardless of if people or anybody else understands them, and I think by trying to box ourselves in due to the fear of being misunderstood, it's kind of like putting God in a bottle. It's like trying to put God in a bottle, in the universe in the bottle, which is like, it's ever expanding, and we are ever expanding people. And when you understand that when you're doing something new and innovative, people aren't going to understand it, and they shouldn't understand it at the beginning. They shouldn't understand why you feel joy in this, but you should continue to pursue that, because in your pursuit of really maximizing that joy, you'll be able to express something that will resonate with somebody that needs it. But all too often we rob ourselves and the people that truly resonate with our own authenticity of the experience of really being able to experience what it is that we have to express. On my way here, or on my way home to change, I was driving south on it was 4 lanes going south. There was no cars coming, or no cars. I was like the only car on the road. And there was this older man. He was probably 60, 70 years old, maybe older than that. And he pulled out into the road on this electric bike, right? And my initial reaction was like, bro, why is he on that bike? But I immediately thought after that, oh my God, he's doing what he wants to do. He doesn't give a fuck in this moment. He doesn't care about how he's being perceived. He's truly just enjoying the moment and doing something that he understands, and if you understand it, and if you understand the joy that it brings you and the fulfillment that it brings you, you should embrace it, bro. So be like that old man and just embrace the fact that I have an understanding of, by me doing this certain action is going to bring me a level of joy, and I'm going to be able then to go into different areas of my life and allow that joy to pour over into different elements, into different conversations, into different people. But it's like, if you rob yourself of authentically expressing and feeling the things that you are meant to feel and experience, then you are then going into the world as like an unauthentic version. Like, I'm really trying to conceptualize even how to put it, but it's like you're not going into the world as a true person. You're going into the world as a person wearing a mask. You're going into the world as a person that is not really comfortable with their authenticity, which is okay as long as you're in the pursuit of really coming to understand who you are as a person and what it is that you wish to express along your journey. You know, we are all sent here on a journey. We are all sent here to express something that is unique, you know, but a lot of times we box ourselves in, but it's like, bro, that makes the experience pointless. If you're gonna just go into the world being what other people want you to be or what you feel you should be based on the standard that is being set, bro, and truly embracing the fact that it is okay to be misunderstood. Like, if people don't understand you, that's perfectly fine. You know, I'm in the middle of a field wearing a white shirt and a purple vest and black dress pants and like these patent leather shoes, you know, at sunset. That doesn't really make sense when you describe it to somebody, but it makes sense to me. And I know by me expressing that in embracing the fact that this is who I am and this is who I want to be, and this is a part of the idea that has come to me in my mind. By expressing that, I know I am putting myself in a position to truly feel happiness within myself and the gratitude of just expressing my own self, because a lot of times we're not able to feel grateful because we put ourselves in positions to not be able to embrace who it is that we truly are, and that puts us out of alignment, right? So when we're out of alignment, it's like, I can't even feel me. I don't feel me, therefore I can't go into the world feeling anything else. So now I feel resentful towards the world because I'm allowing my fear to bottle in my authenticity, and I'm allowing the fear of being misjudged or misunderstood or laughed at or ridiculed to keep me from expressing and embracing who it is that I truly am, bro. So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, be like the old man, because a lot of older people talk about that too. They're like, one of my biggest regrets in life, or one of the things that I wish I would have done more early on, was to just not care and to not really care about the opinions of other people, and to embrace the fact that what I want to do may not be understood, especially at the beginning, bro. So even when I think about the people that I admire, it's like they're not supposed to understand you at the beginning, because you're bringing something new to the world, to the universe, to life, bro. You're bringing something new that other people have yet to experience. So yeah, it's gonna take some time for people to adjust, but if you just continue to persist on that path of embracing who you are truly, authentically, that is gonna bring you fulfillment, and it's gonna bring light to the world, and it's gonna inspire other people to be able to embrace who it is that they truly are. I gotta start bringing a pillow out here or something, because it's grass. It looks soft. It's all lush, but it's hard when my lower back hurt, my lumbar, if that's what, I don't know. But yeah, bro, just embrace the beauty of being misunderstood, bro. They shouldn't get it at the beginning, you know. And I know it can be very challenging, as a lot of us weren't really taught to embrace who it is that we truly are, you know. And that's a struggle that needs to be dealt with as well, you know. And I think communities really need to be cultivated so that people who have ideas and, you know, just have a different way of viewing the world can feel safe and comfortable enough to express these things. This is one of the reasons why I decided to start Grassroots, this platform, in the first place, is because not only do I want to express my unique perspectives and share it to the world so that whoever comes across it can feel some sort of inspiration, or maybe just some sort of solace and security in the fact that you can be happy doing what it is that you want to do. You know, you don't have to box yourself in for anybody or for anything, you know, and even to like appeal to who it is that you may have once been in comparison to the person that you see yourself evolving into, you know, because a lot of people, they're not going to understand your potential. Somebody said that in a video that I watched the other day, but it's like, only you understand your potential. You know the potential that you have, right? And this is why you should keep a lot of things, like, not should keep a lot of things to yourself, but especially early on, just keep a lot of things to yourself, because you don't want to run the risk of people like tearing you down. And I know that can kind of be like contradicting to the whole message of this video, but I think it's more so about just expressing it and not sharing the ideas with anybody else, just being that and allowing yourself to be seen in that greatness, in that wholeness, in that full embodiment of the potential that you know exists within inside of you, you know. And I think that by doing this, we make the world a better place. I know by doing this, we make the world a better place, because all of the people that have come before us and that have been great have done something that has been innovative. You know, if you're not doing something innovative, then it's already been done, and you're kind of just like following in the footsteps. And it's like, you don't want to really step in anybody else's shoes. It's okay to take inspiration from people and kind of help and use that to help you get your footing. But you have to create your own lane. You have to create your own path and do something that's worth doing, bro. Because if it's already been done, you doing it isn't really, doing something new. We should all be trying our best to offer something authentic and offer something new to the world and helping the world evolve and helping ourselves evolve, because that's how we truly evolve, is by embracing the unknown. The unknown being that which is unknown to the world, but the vision that you see clearly within your mind. So if that means being misunderstood for a minute, then that's perfectly fine, bro, because that's just what you got to do. Like, I remember when I first started making music, a lot of people, I was laughed at. A lot of my friends, like closest friends, laughed at me like, "You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this." And I remember these conversations, and I remember how they made me feel. But one of the things that I'm most proudest about myself for doing is just not really caring, despite the fear that I felt, because I would be lying to you if I said I didn't feel fear in those moments, like, oh, are people gonna like it? Are they gonna do this? But it's like, you know what? Sticking to your guns, bro, and acting on the vision that has been given to you, because like I said before, it's been given to you for a reason, and it's your job to fulfill it. It wouldn't have come to you if it weren't possible, however grand it may seem. Bro, Skeeter's crazy. Damn, bro. Motherfucker big as hell on my peripheral. But it's like, it wouldn't have come to you for no reason, bro. So if the dream has come to you, if the vision has come to you, then you're more than capable of making it come true. And that's the truth. That's the truth that you gotta know, especially when other people aren't believing you or they're doubting you. Like, you just gotta say, fuck it, bro. I'm here, I'm doing my thing, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it as great as it can be. And somebody gonna like it. What I'm saying? The people around you may not like it in the beginning. They may not understand it. Even the Bible talks about that. A prophet has no honor in his hometown. So the people immediately around you may not understand what you're pursuing, because they weren't given the vision that you've been given. But if you allow the fear of being misunderstood by those who can't see what you see, or those who choose not to see it, it may be blatant to them, but if you allow how they feel about it to keep you from living the dream that has been given to you, you're gonna feel that. Nobody else is gonna feel that, bro. So you might as well just go out on a limb and make it happen, bro, because like I said, you're the one that has been given the vision. The same way we look at the greats that have come before us, the Kanye West, the Henry Fords, the Michael Jacksons, all these people that have done great things and things that people didn't think were possible at the moment. They've all created dents within the universe, and they've had a massive impact that has allowed them to have inspired so many people. A lot of these people that I mentioned have inspired me to be here in this field with this outfit on, getting bit up by mosquitoes just to deliver what I believe needs to be said to people, So I hope y'all appreciate this shit for real, because now I'm out here getting bit up. Damn. But no, though, that's just what it's about, bro. Embrace the beauty of being misunderstood and smile at it. Because if you're being misunderstood, then like, you're doing something different, bro. You're doing something different. You're bringing something new to the world, and it's like, that's exciting. You should be excited about that. You should be excited about the fact that you're doing something that people don't understand. When you see it clearly, like if you see something clear as day and people don't understand it, you should get excited about it. And that should bring a smile to your face, knowing that, yeah, you're on the brink of doing something different. And really, you're an innovator and you're a legend already for bringing that idea out. Like, just bring it to reality, bro. And that's going to make your life so much fun. As humans, bro, we are designed to pursue goals, And a lot of times the goals that we are supposed to pursue are the things that are unknown to the world around us, So in the pursuit of these things that are unknown, bro, that's going to bring you a different level of drive that you may not have even tapped into before. But like I said, it's your job to bring it to fruition, because it has been given to you for a reason. I cannot stress this enough. I probably said that like 5 times within this video, but it's been given to you for a reason. So don't let that time go by to where you're now at a later point in your life. And this applies to everybody. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are, like, bro, as long as you got the idea and you feel and you know within your heart of hearts that you can bring it to life, bro, disregard completely what the world has to say and go after that. And even if you fail, which you probably won't, the chances of you failing when you give your all are very slim. But even in the chance that you fail, you tried. And that all that time of effort given makes a life worth living, instead of living a life where you didn't give any effort and then you're not here one day and it's like you didn't even try. So what was the point? We get 70 years, bro, and you're gonna spend it not doing what you want to do. What was the point of you being here? I'm so tired of people living pointless lives and trying to encourage other people to live lives that are pointless and meaningless, bro. You should be striving every day to make an impact. You should be striving every day to bring that dream that has been placed in your mind and in your heart and within your being. You should be striving every day to make that a reality. I don't care about the excuses that you want to give. I don't care if you have children, bro. Your children are going to respect you more and admire you way more for going after something that is worthwhile than you just living your life and making the excuse of trying to provide for these children. It's like, bro, they didn't ask to be here. So it's like, bro, if you're going to bring them here, the most you could do, or like the least you could do, is create a life that is worth admiring and letting your kids know that life and the dreams that they have are worth striving for. You know, you don't want to ever limit the people that you chose to bring into the world. And I don't know, that's a topic that, like, I see a lot of people, like, that's an excuse I see a lot of people making. It's like, I have these responsibilities, but it's like, you chose to take on that responsibility, but it's like, you still have a life to live. You know, you still have things that God needs you to do, you know? So, I mean, what are you doing? Are you going to place are you going to place the standards of the world over what God has called you to do? No. Like, that's stupid. So it's like, bro, just be great, bro. The idea and the path of being understood is the path to greatness, you know, and they'll understand eventually. They'll be calling you a genius eventually, but for right now, just embrace the beauty of being misunderstood, you know. So I really just wanted to come out here and have this conversation with y'all on the second episode of Grassroots, you know, as people walk by and they're staring, they're trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, because it's like they're intrigued, you know, they're intrigued now, and it's like, wow, like, what is he doing? Like, they're just, you should have seen, like, these people, like, in their truck, like, oh my God. And that just, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing something that's worth doing, you know. And if people weren't looking, I mean, well, hey, it's not worth doing, you know. Side note, it's not about seeking attention, though. We're not doing this shit just to get attention. Like, that's not what it's about. It's not about being attention seekers, but it's about expressing things that are truly authentic to who we are as people. So, with that being said, I want all of you to carry with you this message. Embrace the beauty of being misunderstood. That is your sign that you are truly in alignment with your authentic self, and you are doing something that is meant to be done, that God wants you to do, that whatever you believe in, I don't know what religion you are or if you're a religious person at all, but I'll tell you one thing, there is a greater energy source at work, you know, that has given to you the idea and the goal to bring it to life. So this has been the second episode of Grassroots. I thank all of you for watching. I want to express my gratitude to all of you watching, because it means a lot to me that you're here. It means a lot for me to even be able to come on here and speak to all of you that are watching these videos. And I know it's only going to grow from here, and I'm grateful to be here in this moment talking to all of you, and I hope that you gain something from this video and these videos, you know, as we move forward into the future. I want to do a lot more of these. I want to, like, ramp up the pace. I'm very excited in this moment right now to be here speaking to all of you. So thank you. This has been another episode of Grassroots. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin, and if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey, we are the